CBS presents this program in color.
Well, Tommy, how do you feel?
I feel great. You know,
Feel
we
great
have
tonight?
Yes, we have a real great show for you now, and we had a wonderful, exciting time at the Emmy Awards last Sunday.
We certainly did.
Winning the Emmy for the best variety show is probably one of the proudest moments of my life, and I'm humble about that award.
No, wait a minute, Tommy. I think you're a little confused. We did not win the Emmy. You see, Andy Williams won the Emmy for our category. He had the best variety show.
They gave us an Emmy.
They did not. I'm sorry.
I got an
Wait a
Emmy
minute.
for
Just
the
relax. We didn't win an Emmy. Nobody gave us an Emmy, so just cool down and relax.
Well, I must have been more stoned that night than I thought.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest star Shirley Jones, Matt Coulson, and special guest star Noel Harrison, Nelson Riddle and his orchestra, and the Jimmy Joy Singers. From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a ballad of two star-crossed lovers, two hearts entwined in a love story that was fated to end in tragedy.
Yes, not only tragedy, Dickie, but jealousy.
Yes.
Yes, jealousy reared its ugly head. That's what happens when two people are in love and one of them starts messing around.
That's right, Tommy. That's true. And this is a true story we're about to sing for you. The true story of Frankie and Johnny.
Two star-crossed lovers, two guys who confused...
No, wait a minute. No, you're confused. It's not about two guys.
Frankie and Johnny, they're not girls. Frankie and Johnny couldn't be
No,
girls.
one of them's a girl, see.
Don't tell me that Frank's a girl.
You're right. You're right. Frankie's the girl, Johnny's the boy.
Who, by the way, just for information for everybody out around here, who wrote this song?
Well, what difference does it make?
It was badly written.
It wasn't badly written because it was never written. It's a folk song. It's a song of the people. But to put your mind at ease, Tommy, the real title is not Frankie and Johnny. That's not the original title. The original title is Frankie and Albert. That's not meant as a joke. It is really true. It was Frankie and Albert.
It's ridiculous. Oh, it's a pretty stupid name for a song, Frankie and Albert. I see why they tried Frankie and Johnny.
Well, you see, well, here, this might make it more clear. A lot of girls have nicknames.
Yeah.
And they have nicknames that sound sort of like boys' names, like Frankie, Bobby, Marty.
Oh, then,
See?
so this isn't an unusual song after all about
Not at all.
two strange guys, huh?
No.
It isn't?
No.
See, that changes all the little jokes I had planned.
I think it's better for both of us that it turned out this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, my brother and myself would like to sing for you the badly written ballad of Frankie and Johnny. Made a mistake.
Already.
Frankie and Johnny were lovers. Oh, Lordy, how they could love. Swore to be true to each other, true as the stars above. He was her man, but he done her wrong. Frankie bought Johnny a present. She gave him a new watch and chain. She knew that he couldn't tell time, but she loved him just the same. He was her man, but he done her wrong. Sure exciting song. It's a stupid, dull song. It's like one of the dull songs.
No, for crying out, what's wrong with it?
Da, 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 da.
You stop that, Tommy. Don't
A
make
weird girl named
Now,
Johnny
she's not-
buys her boyfriend a watch and chain he can't tell time, but She loves him just the same. What a crummy, stupid song.
Oh, Tommy,
it's a dull story.
I don't care what you think it is. It's a true story, and it's exciting. It's going to get more exciting, but we have to build slowly.
When does it
build up to it.
I want to ask for everybody here. When does it get exciting? The next verse?
No, it doesn't get exciting in the next verse.
What
the next one after that, it starts
verse
to get
after this?
Right.
Well, let's hurry up and get
Okay.
Frankie just couldn't find Johnny. No one could tell where he was. They just knew he hadn't been home. He was her man, but he done her wrong. Exciting verse!
That's not it.
This verse is exciting?
Right, now it's
Okay.
exciting. Frankie went down to the...
Sell it, baby.
a bottle of beer. She said, "Oh, Mr. Bartender,
What's
has
up?
my love
Ricky?
and..."
Real
Now, how
rouser.
can I-
That's a rouser. I couldn't stand the excitement. It just, my heart was going like
All right.
this when you were singing that song.
All
That's
right.
an exciting verse.
All right, I know what you're saying. You're saying it's not an exciting verse. You're just trying to embarrass me. That's all you're
That's
trying to
a
do. You don't understand that song. Now listen for a minute. The song is only as exciting as you make it, as the performer makes it. It's how you sing it, how you play it. It's what you put into the song. That's what makes it exciting, not just the words on a piece of paper. They don't carry you, Tommy. You sell it. That's exciting. If you've got it, got it on the ball, you sell it.
I'm gonna make it exciting.
Okay, now make it exciting.
Okay. Frankie went down to the pawn shop. She bought her a big 44. Woo! She aimed her at the ceiling and the fire, shot a big hole through the floor. He was my man, but he done me wrong. Whoopee! Excitement! Wait
Wait a minute. Tommy, now wait a minute. Now listen to me. Tommy, you are doing it twice.
People feel the excitement.
Oh, now you stop.
It's contagious. when
You're
something-
doing it twice as fast as it should be done now.
Well, you can't. You can't. What? What'd you say?
I said it's got to be done half that fast.
You can't do an exciting song half quick. Hang on, here we go. Then Frankie got into a taxi and said to the driver, said, "Listen, don't stop for nothing on your way downtown. I got a 44 here and I'm making it clear I'm tired of getting that mean old runaround." Well, Frankie got out on Main Street, looked in the window and she saw Johnny and Annabelle swinging there. So Frankie took deadly aim on the deadly game and shot her man in the middle of his big affair. Now you heard the story about Frankie and her man named Johnny, and you know that was a game should have never been played. And the moral of this sad tale I'm telling you, if you're gonna fool around, then you better pull a shade. If you're gonna fool around, then you better pull a shade. If you're gonna fool around, then you better pull a shade.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to present America's sweetheart,
Yes,
America's dream girl,
Dream girl.
Miss Shirley Jones.
In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking. Now heaven knows anything goes. Everything today is thoroughly modern.
Check your personality.
Everything today makes yesterday small.
Better face reality.
It's not insanity, says Vanity Fair. In fact, it's stylish to raise your skirts and bob your hair. In a rumble horrible. They think he's odd and Sodom and Gomorrah.
But the fact is everything today is thoroughly modern.
Get jazzier.
Everything today is starting to go.
Cause they're getting snazzier. Let's say it's criminal what women will do.
What they're forgetting is that was 1922.
Have you seen the way they kiss in the movies?
Isn't it delectable?
Painting lips and pencils lining your brow.
Now it's quite acceptable.
Goodbye, good goody girl. I'm changing in house.
So beat the drums, 'cause here comes the really modern Mary.
No!
In line with our policy of taking a stand on the pressing issues of the day, we now present another in our continuing series of editorials. Subject, are the police being hampered by the courts? Here again, speaking for our program, Mr. Patrick Paulson, Vice President.
In a series of recent decisions, the courts have ruled that the police must watch their step in making arrests, obtaining confessions, advising criminals of their rights, and so on. To be sure, some applaud these restrictions on the police. Many more would applaud, but they are wearing handcuffs. They are entitled to their view. But I must say a word on behalf of the police, even at the risk of my life. Why do we have to tell embezzlers and kidnappers and burglars and murderers their rights? If they don't know their rights, they shouldn't be in the business. Now, I not say this is called sing, but yet it's a traveling thing on tracks several times since the torn on a tunda. And I say that with every ounce of vigor in my body. With all these new rulings, what good does it do having police walking beats and riding squad cars? The crooks go free, and what do the police get out of it? Flat feet and big hips. In this recent case, 20-41, Everett versus Maryland, Everett was actually seen committing a murder. The arresting officer followed procedure to the best of his ability and even gave Everett a dime to call his lawyer. But they let Everett go free. How was a policeman supposed to know it was a quarter call? Now, we are not against civil liberties or for them. But all these technicalities are a far cry from the good old days when a cop could part your skull and no questions asked. Let's be fair. The police should be entitled to the same rights as criminals too. They work for us, and we should help them do their job. I say, let's keep the streets safe for our local police.
If you wish a copy of the preceding editorial, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Editorial, Box 1763, Beverly Hills, California.
Well, I think everybody enjoyed that editorial, and the cops just hauled them away. Goodbye, Pat, wherever you are. Not to change the subject, but nowadays television tests are very popular. We were talking with our choreographer, Louis Dupron, this week about how the public has been, how they've seen so much dance on television that they've become pretty much experts. So we decided to test your awareness. The dance you are about to see has 10 mistakes. Now, there are going to be 10 mistakes in it. Now, you see if you could find them. So get your pencils and notebooks handy as Judy Van Wormer and Dick Monahan dance the dance of the 10 mistakes. Judy, Dick, I think you did a great job on that dance, and I hope you all caught the mistakes. I was watching very closely, and I think you goofed or something because I counted 9. Only 9 mistakes.
Oh.
That's better.
Go ahead.
We are particularly pleased to present our next guest.
Yeah, we certainly
He's
are.
a wonderfully talented Englishman.
Yes.
His first and last names are the same names of 2 of the greatest names in the English theater, Noel Coward and Rex Harrison.
And here he is, Rex Coward.
I took the time to take a look at Mrs. Williams' rose this morning, in her garden sitting staring from the ground. The only light, the early signs of the early sun in dawning, and the whisper of the wind, the only sound. I took the time, saw the rhymes I wasn't seeing. I was much too busy being busy, wasn't I? I took the hands from the clock. What a shock, the time I'm seeing. I was much too busy being busy, wasn't I? I took the time to tune my ears to the air and give a listen to the crickets rubbing legs to say hello. Like a siren sending out the news of sounds I had been missing, and the music of the path I choose to go. I took the time, heard the rhymes I wasn't hearing. I was much too busy being busy, wasn't I? I took the waves from vibrations that were nearing. I was much too busy being busy, wasn't I? I took the time to take a chance and find the place I wasn't finding, somewhere nowhere in particular around. The only light, the early signs of the early sun was shining, and the whisper of the wind, the only sound. I took the time, found the rhymes I wasn't finding. I was much too busy being busy, wasn't I? Soft yellow light from the sun before was blinding. I was much too busy being busy, wasn't I?
That was great. That was just great, Noel.
Yeah, that certainly was.
You know, you ought to
Thank you,
make a
thank you.
single record out of that song. It's got possibilities.
It's funny you should mention that. I made a single record of it and it was released today.
Really?
Yeah. That's a
Single,
great
what's
song.
the name of that song now?
Mrs. Williams Rose.
And it's released yesterday, a single. Have you ever, by the way, have you ever worked with a group or do you always work alone? I was watching you and
I haven't heard you with a group.
No, I never. Well, I think it would be very difficult to work with someone else, you know, because there'd be a lot of personality conflicts.
Yeah.
I don't know how you two guys do it, really.
Well, see, it helps if you work with someone who has no personality. Very funny, Tom. Thank you.
Well, as difficult as it is, the three of us are going to try to work together and show you tonight that it can be done. And we're going to sing a song about a folk singing group that had a hard time getting along.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother and myself are going to join Noel Harrison, who comes to us fresh from his canceled TV show, The Girl from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh, Tommy,
Show went right down the drain.
Hey, Tom, that's not polite. Don't do that.
Well, we only speak the truth on our show.
I know we do, but it's rude. I
show was-
apologize. Noel, I apologize for his
Listen,
rudeness.
that's perfectly all right. I think the truth is very important.
That's right.
My first series was cancelled.
Certainly was,
certainly
it was.
Just like yours. Even though I fail for a whole hour each week, you guys could only fail for half an hour each
You
week.
got a point
Don't
there.
let it bother you. Maybe you'll make it yet if you keep telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at me, Noel. Telling the truth isn't...
I'm trying to see what I've got to say next.
No.
Go on, look at you.
Don't turn your back on me, please. I would like you to give
know
me
what
equal
it-
time here.
Noel, pull yourself together.
See how easy it is working in a group?
It's telling, you said about it, important,
Yeah,
it
the
is
truth.
important to tell the truth, but
It
as
is.
I was going to say to Noel, that it's not too popular today to tell the truth.
No, you're right. The truth is not very commercial, but not getting along is, and here's a song about not getting along. There once was a musical troupe, a pickin' singing folk group. They sang the mountain ballads and the folk songs of the land. They were long on musical ability, folks thought they would go far, but political incompatibility led to their downfall. Oh, the one on the right was on the left, and the one in the middle was on the right, and the one on the left was in the middle, and the guy in the rear was a Methodist.
This musical aggregation, it toured the entire nation, singing traditional ballads and the folk songs of our land. They performed with great virtuosity, and soon they were the rage, but political animosity prevailed upon the stage.
Oh, the one on the right was on the left, and the one in the middle was on the right, and the one on the left was in the middle, and the guy in the rear
Burned his driver's license.
They all had different backgrounds, each was a different man. Each tried to bring his differences to the folk songs of our land. But they couldn't get together, their difference was to blame. They started talking politics and the songs went down the drain.
Oh, the one on the right was an aunt of a Republican.
The one in the middle was a cousin of a socialist.
The one on the left was the uncle of a
And
Democrat.
the guy in the rear
Was a Bircher son.
on a major television show. They finally got together. 3 row, row, row.
I cry when I hear beautiful music.
You're not crying.
They sang a thrilling folk song about 3 singing youths.
It was a rotten number, but at least they told the truth.
Well, the one on the right had failed as an angel, the one on the left had just failed.
And the guy in the middle was a girl from Uncle.
And the guy in the rear.
Stop the music! Wait a second!
What?
There's no guy in the rear.
You're right, there isn't any
There's
guy.
no
No
guy-
wonder we're failing. There's nobody
Yeah,
in
we're
the
not
rear.
That's right. Well, how are we going to end the song? Because there's no guy
Well,
in the rear.
well, let's face it, we got to end by telling the
But there's
truth.
no guy
We
in the
can't
rear.
end it with the guy in the rear because there ain't one.
That's
That's
right.
true. That's true.
So what are we going
So if that's true, I guess that's the end.
Yeah, I guess,
I guess so. We'll see you
Great
later.
working
Noel.
with you,
Nice
Noel.
to see you.
Pleasure.
We'll be right back with Shirley Jones and Noel Harrison on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
We'll be right back with more fun and frolic on the second half of the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour.
That's right. And yes, you'll also learn how to get a free trip around the world by entering our fabulous contest.
Now, Tommy, is that true?
Yep, a free trip around the world from our contest.
Now, wait
So
a
be
minute,
sure to
Tommy.
enter
There's
our-
no round-the-world contest. You're just making it up.
Of course I'm making it up. I was kidding.
All right, folks, then there's no contest.
Yes, there's a contest. There just isn't any world.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
When I think of it, I'll tell you.
Today is the beginning of tomorrow and the end of yesterday. And our lives are made of todays that are gone. The moments turn to hours, and the hours turn to days, and our times to love each other slip away. And they're gone. Yes, they're gone. They are gone to stay. The seedlings turn to flowers, and the flowers to bouquets, and our dreams, like gathered flowers, fade away. And they're gone. And they're gone. Yes, they're gone. Yes, they're gone. They are gone to stay. The children turn to lovers, and the lovers turn to play, and our lives are made of lovers cast away, and they're gone, yes, they're gone, they are gone to stay, they are gone, yes, they're gone, they are gone to You know, that song, They Are Gone, was written by one of our writers here on the show, Mason Williams.
It's the first time this song's ever been sung, or it's never been recorded. It's the first time it's its national preview.
That's right, and he writes a lot of good songs, and I thank him very much for the privilege of singing it. But you know, my brother himself, Tommy, about, what, 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 shows ago, if you saw, he sang a solo at the opening of the show. He was right down here in the audience, and it was a great song, and he's gotten so many letters requesting him to sing another song. So right now I present for the second time on any stage my brother singing a solo. Here he is. Let's have a big hand for Tom Smothers.
I'd like to correct my brother on one point. The fact is that I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do a solo. I'm going to sing, but I would like for all of you to sing with me. It'll be a group participation thing. There's people in the studio here. It's going to be a lot of fun. You at home, once again, you can all join in. Also, but we'd like all of you people to really sing out. And because we're picking it up on a mic, and it's got to be good because there's nothing more joyful than the sound of people's voices singing. And this is a song that we sang one other time on the show. And I thought we'd do it again. It's called If I Had a Ship, I'd Sail Away. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. Getting the idea now, gang? Leave your sorrows where they lay. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. Now, friends, it's your turn to join in with me, and I'll help you along. Here we go. Let's fill the room with love and warmth. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. If I had a ship. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. Keep it rolling. Leave your sorrows where they lay. If I had a ship, if I had a ship, I'd sail away. I'd sail away. One more time. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. Take it, gang. Leave my sorrow. My sorrow. Where they lay. If I had a ship, if I had a ship, I'd sail away. Hey, can we get a shot of this girl right here, yellow dress? We're playing something. Stop the music, Nelson. Stop the music. Oh yes. Can we get a shot of this girl here? Do you mind? Do you mind standing up? Taking about you're playing something. I'd like to talk to stand up. Let's give her a hand. You're very, very lovely. What was that the reason I picked her out, you were playing something. What was it?
This is a juice harp. Here, I play other things too, you know, like the comb or the spoons. Yeah.
Did you bring any of those with you?
Oh, no, man, I left my coffee.
That's very funny. Where are you from? You're dressed kind of strange.
Oh, well, this is really very natural in the Haight-Ashbury up in San Francisco. Yeah, huh? The newspapers refer to it as Flower Land.
Oh, yeah?
That's kind of weird, you know. It's just cement. It's just like L.A.
How'd you happen to make it to the show? Generally, the people from the flower movement and the hippie movement, they generally don't come to TV shows. They have other things.
Well, you know, I hitchhiked down here from San Francisco, and I was just sort of hanging out, you know, and somebody laid a ticket on me to come here. And, you know, anything that's free, you know, is a groove. Because, I don't have a whole lot of money myself, you know, and TV is so weird anyway, you know. You never really expect anything far out to happen in a TV studio. No. But it's really, I mean, you know, it's really far out. I was just like sitting here in my seat digging you and everything, and it was really, really wild, man, the way you came down the audience, you know, and you started to get everybody to sing and everything. I mean, it was a lot of love, and everybody was very happy and everything. I mean, it was really beautiful. I just started to blossom. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I could be part of that blossoming.
Wow, well, you really were, man. You really turned me on.
What do you mean exactly by turning you on?
Oh, well, turn on is like if, you press a certain button and you get kind of like a high-frequency response in your soul, sort of, that kind of thing. I mean, like, it's all of a sudden you really dig that wherever you're at is really where it's at.
Huh. What's that?
Oh, well, I mean, like, well, wow, wherever you go, man, that's where you're at. And wherever you're at, I mean, that's it, man. I mean, like we're all it, man, and this is where it's at.
You mean this is it, huh?
Oh, yeah, wow. You're really groovy, man. You're really too much. Wow, I love you.
Do you watch this show? I mean, you are kind of a different thing than I am. Do you watch our show at all, the Smothers Brothers show?
Oh, man, you're putting me on.
No, I'm serious. Do you?
Oh, wow. I mean, like, this is one of the most far-out shows on television. I mean, man, you do all these strange numbers, like fairy numbers and animal numbers and stuff like that.
No, I think you've got not fairy numbers.
Well,
fantasy.
Man, fantasy numbers and that kind of stuff, yeah. There's so many groovy things. I mean, like with the color, you use all the far-out colors and everything. And wow, that thing with the Jefferson Airplane when you had that light show and the whole TV was going like this? Wow, that was really far out, to dig your show and then turn the sound off.
Why do you turn the sound off?
Oh, wow, I mean, to turn the sound off and then put on somebody who's really groovy, like the Beatles and the Mothers and all that. And it's really weird, because there's no sound coming out of your mouth. You're just, talking away and nothing's happening. Wow. It's very weird, and then you flip the vertical hold, and your head starts flying up in the TV set.
I had to pick her, huh?
Well, you're really weird when you're not saying anything and your head is flying up.
I can imagine.
TV. Yeah, wow. This is really the the highest show I've ever been on, I'll tell you. Yeah, and I've never used television before.
I guess it could become an expensive habit.
Yeah, wow. Well, it's cheaper than war.
Yeah, well, better than that, too. Do you have any mottos? You are one of the Flower Children. I assume that
Oh, yeah, I am.
You are from San. Do any of you Flower Children, you people, have any, you hippies have any mottos or anything like that that you...
Oh, wow, we have just, all kinds of them and everything. But, well, I have a favorite one. It's keep America green, folks, and grow oregano.
We laugh a lot, but I would like to say to this young lady and to a lot of the people around, I think the young people, and, well, I admire you and the thing that is happening very much because it's all gentle, it's peace, and it's love is what they're trying to present, and I admire you very much and the people up there in San Francisco and around.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, we really admire you a lot, too.
Well, thank you.
I mean, I'd like to give you a little gift and kind of make you an honorary flower child.
Well, that's wonderful.
That's okay if I...
Here's a little flower?
Oh, no. I mean, it's something, of course, that helps all flowers grow and make them tall and beautiful and everything.
Love. Love, she means love.
No, it's something that's really stronger than love.
What's stronger than that?
Fertilizer.
Thank you very much. By the way, before you, thank you very much for this.
You can share that with your friends and stuff.
I'll do that. By the way, what is your name?
My name is Goldie.
Goldie? Mm-hmm. And what's your last name?
Keith.
Goldie Keith. Let's give Goldie Keith a big hand for coming up here. Goldie, thank you for being with us. Could I have one of those flowers? She has a bag of flowers with her, and it gives me kind of a handle for this next introduction, because here's a lady who's a flower herself, Miss Shirley Jones.
What did I have that I don't have? What did he like that I lost track of? What did I do that I don't do the way I did before? What isn't there that once was there? What have I got a great big lack of? Something in me then he could see then beckons to him no more. I'm just a victim of time, obsolete in my prime, out of date and outclassed by my past. What did he love that there's none of? What did I lose the sweet warm knack of? Wouldn't I be the late great me if I knew how? What did I have? I don't have none. What did he love that there's none of? What did I lose the sweet warm knack of? Wouldn't I be the late great me if I knew how? What did I have? I
Luggage, yes, luggage. Suitcases, trunks, valises, briefcases, they all play an important role in our lives. And some of the most fascinating things can happen in a trunk. Is that right?
Sarai.
You know, they come in horsehide. They come in pigskin. Yep, and they come in cowhide. Not to mention the most modern of all, Naugahyde.
Naga.
Take it easy, honey, and watch your step. Now, come
All
on.
right, but Richie, I just don't feel right eloping like this.
But we decided.
I know, but it's just that poor Daddy, he loves me so much, he can't bear to part with his one and only dear, sweet, precious little daughter. I just can't do this to him.
Hey,
Yes, Daddy?
forgot your bag, stupid.
Thank you. Oh, clerk,
Yes, sir.
I'd like a room for tonight.
Are you alone?
Oh, yes, sir.
That'll be $10 for a single.
$10 there. You are?
Thank you. And here's your key, sir.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure you're alone?
I said I was alone. I'm alone. Come on, sweetheart.
Right, this way, folks. Gather round, get in nice and tight. Remember, you're rubbing elbows with a fellow American. I am here. The wonder of the age. The Andy Dandy potato peeler for only 79 cents. I stand behind this item. You know my reputation for honesty, 7 arrests and absolutely no convictions. Yes, we're honest. We're dependable. We're quick.
I was born in a trunk in the Princess Theater in Pocatello, Idaho.
That is the largest child I have ever delivered.
Excuse me, could I bother you for a light? A light. I like a light.
Now then, you say you want jewelry. You say you want value. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. For the ridiculous price of 75 cents, 6 bits, $0.75 I have for you this genuine simulated Swiss watch. Guaranteed waterproof, shockproof, and breakproof. Put this unbreakable watch on this plate. Hit it with this hammer. And what have you got? You've got this beautiful unbreakable plate, plus absolutely free this jigsaw watch. Oops, they're playing my song.
Right here, that's fine. Thank you very much. There you go. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before your very eyes, see this very tall woman sawn in half with this saw, if you please. Ooh, that's sharp. And we commence sawing. You've killed her!
How else do you saw a woman in half?
Oh, you call yourself a magician?
I'm not a magician, I'm a carpenter.
What did your husband give you for your anniversary? This beautiful alligator bag. Another salesman. What do you want?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a swimming pool salesman, and I could put a beautiful pool in your backyard. Now, would you like to see a sample?
You have a pool sample? Let me see it.
Yes, ma'am. It's right here.
You want a little bit of fun in your life? You want to play with something a little different? Take a look at this. A genuine life-size wind-up toy. Yes, folks. It's a Dum-Dum Wonder Toy. He can wink his eye. He can make bye-bye. He scratches his head. He blows his nose. He blows his ear. He blows his mind.
That's all, folks. Boy, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're a little bit late, so I'd like to say our guests next week will be John Gary, Tammy Grimes, and the Buckinghams.
The show's over?
That's right. And before we say goodnight, I'd like to thank our wonderful guests tonight, Shirley Jones and Noel Harrison. They were just great, weren't they? So, I guess there's nothing else to say but good night.
Wait a second. I don't want to say goodnight yet.
Well, Tom, we've got to say goodnight.
I've had a
We're
good
late.
time all week rehearsing with Noel Harrison and Shirley Jones, and I don't feel like saying goodnight.
All
The
right,
audience has been great.
I know,
don't
but
wanna-
we're only on an hour a week.
I don't
It's
wanna
over.
say
The hour's
goodnight.
over.
I'm not going
We
to
only
say
get paid for an hour, you know.
Oh, good night.
Good night.
Also appearing on tonight's show were Hamilton Camp and Leigh French as the hippie. This is Roger Carroll speaking.